Meeting of the semester of the 87th session of Old Dominion University Student Government Association. Today is Tuesday, December 5th. The time is 3:15 p.m. All right, so today we have the adoption of the agenda, followed by the adoption of the previous minutes, followed by quorum, followed by the ODU-PD report, followed by old business, which is Resolution 6, the Panini Press resolution, followed by new business, contingency 1, the sports management contingency, and contingency 2, the American marketing contingency, followed by the executive board reports, followed by the advisors report, followed by reserve seat reports, public comments, announcements, and then adjournment. Is there a motion on the floor at this time?
I move to approve the agenda.
There's a motion on the floor to approve the agenda. Is there a second? Is there any opposition? Okay, the agenda has been approved. All right, next order of business is the adoption of the previous minutes. Mr. Chief of Staff. Thank you. All right, so the previous minutes were sent out ahead of time, therefore they will not be read aloud. Is there any questions on the previous minutes? No? With no questions on the previous minutes, they have been approved. The next order of business is quorum, which we met today at 16. And the next order of business is the ODU-PD report.
Hello everyone, good afternoon. First of all, let me say, since this is going to be our last meeting for the new year, so I hope everyone has a prosperous new year, happy holidays and all those other good things. So please stay safe, come back safe, all right?
Also, I would like to say it's a very special day for me because it's the last day of the last meeting of the year, so it's a special day for me. You know why? Because it's the last meeting of the year. No, I'm just joking, just joking.
Right.
No, I'm just joking. She thought I was about to say I'm resigning. That's what she thought. She thought I said I was resigning. No, but we have a special guest today. It's good to smile. We gotta have a good time, right? It's okay. We got a special guest today. He doesn't like to laugh a whole lot. He's a very mean guy. But Detective Reyes, and I'm gonna let him introduce himself and tell you guys a little bit about what he does. But he's a real valuable asset to our police department. As you all well know, before I get to you, sir, we've had a situation, you guys probably got the alerts. There was a dangerous person living near our campus. We assisted the U.S. Marshals and Norfolk Police Department. The person has been apprehended and everybody's safe. So that's the great news, okay? We're here to work hard for you guys and make sure you guys are safe. And when things like this happen, we want to thank you guys for cooperating with us because we had to shut a lot of streets down. A lot of people were inconvenienced. But it was for you guys' safety, all right? So thank you again for cooperating with us, all right? All right, sir?
All right, as Officer Evans said, I'm Detective Reyes, over the investigations unit here. I've been with ODU-PD going on about 5 years now. Part of the duties I have being a detective here includes investigations of all different varieties, ranging from misdemeanor stuff sometimes, like hit and runs, that kind of thing, minor vandalism, all the way up to felony matters. I've got several burglaries, investigations, sexual assaults, malicious woundings, that kind of thing under my belt. So it all just depends on kind of the day and the time and what kind of comes up. We kind of tackle it all, as it were. Does anybody have any questions about anything that we do or any points of clarity?
Thank you.
Hey, I'm Courtney, by the way. So like I live on 42nd in Killam. So like, what are you guys doing for like the people who live over there? Because like, it's really scary to like when police are outside and you can't like walk. Well, you can walk home, but it's like really nervous and there's like nobody on the street. So it's kind of nerve-wracking when you're living over there and then things are happening like all the time for people.
So one of the things that we have police escorts, as you know, patrol escorts and escorts. So when you do need a ride, please do not hesitate to call us when you're feeling unsafe and you're getting from point A to point B. We have the Live Safe, we have also the shuttle bus and Safe Ride. So please, by all means, give us a call to make sure that we can safely get you home and stuff like that, because that's what we're here for.
You realize you have the Live Safe app as well on your phone?
Yes,
you don't have to. Yes, you do.
Yeah, absolutely.
When you do send a message, when you do get it, I mean, when you got it, right?
Yeah.
Just send. You can also send a text message and say, "Hey, I'm at 42nd and whatever. Is it possible to have a patrol aide in the area or a Safe Ride ride driver come by some kind of way?" And they can facilitate getting that message on to the right people.
Okay.
The main thing is communication. If you feel unsafe and you walk out of your door, call us. Let us know that, hey, I see X, Y, and Z, and we'll come by and make sure that you're safe, okay? That's no problem.
Yeah, to piggyback off what they said with the Live Safe, it's a direct line to our dispatchers. It's coming straight to their screens where they're doing all the dispatching, they're getting all the calls routed through. And in addition to that, we use it in investigations sometimes, depending on the information that comes through, to help us develop leads for cases ongoing. We get anonymous tips via that. All the Live Safes and stuff that come through also get forwarded to investigations, so we're able to utilize that for investigations that we're conducting as well.
There's somebody in our dispatching call center right now sitting in front of a monitor, about the size of this one.
No, it's bigger than that.
Bigger than that one?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay, we'll see. And when it comes through, as soon as it comes through, they react. They let us know. So they're waiting for you guys to send these apps. Every particular tip we get, these guys and us, we investigate it. I promise you that. Even if it's a ride or if it's a complaint, we look into it. So please utilize your Live Safe apps. They're free.
And just to let you know, one of the ones we got today, where someone got their clothes stolen from the laundry
Dryer.
room.
Yeah.
Yep. So
Through a Live Safe app.
From a
No
Live Safe
joke.
app.
No joke.
And somebody used their bicycle to block a handicap ramp. So
Through a Live Safe app.
It's through a Live Safe. So trust me, we get them, and
There's an officer on a call right now as I was driving over that came through Live Safe. We've got probably, at this point, we're probably getting half of our calls for service that we're responding to via the app. So.
And it's because of you guys, so keep it up, we appreciate it. I want to say, what, is it 40% last year, that crime rate went down?
Yeah.
That's because of the Live Safe app usage and the way that you guys are letting us know and notifying us that you see these crimes and we can respond in kind. Okay?
Did you have a concern?
I was just going to ask, do y'all have escort services that extend past 2:30?
No, we
No,
do
sir.
not. We do not.
I think they were talking about budgeting that in for the transportation and parking services folks.
Okay.
They were talking about that last year because I think a lot of students are saying, hey, we want it all night long, not just at 2:30. But right now it's not in their budget, but they're talking about it. They might just make that happen. That would be Mr. Silsdorf, Scott Silsdorf, who heads that department up. But I can reach out to him and let him know what your concerns are.
Any other questions?
Hey, it's the last meeting of the
No,
year.
okay, hold on, let's give some, guys, we know you're gonna be out and about. Same thing I gave last year, but I know a lot of you are new. Please, if you're out buying your holiday gifts, please be cognizant put that phone down, look left to right, up, down. Know where you parked your vehicle when you're out at the mall. Like I said, if it's N1, please put that to memory N1, because it's like I said, you're walking out, you have packages in hand, and you have no idea where you parked. So please be cognizant. Know that it gets dark early, so please be aware of that. And at all times, like I said, for the young ladies, do not have that big bag. Please have your money separate, your credit card separate from your bag, just in case. But please be cognizant. Put that cell phone down, look left to right. Be aware of your surroundings. Look somebody in the face and say, hello, how are you today? Look somebody in the face as you're talking to them.
As you're walking too, right, partner?
Absolutely, because that deters crime, because it tells the bad guy, once I make contact and say, hi, how are you today? What? I've recognized you. I've looked you in your face, and so 9 times out of 10, I'm sending a message. I know what you look like. Subliminal message right there, because I've looked you in your eye and I've acknowledged you and you've acknowledged me. So please be cognizant of that, okay?
A lot of the packages also, to piggyback to Amazon, you know, a lot of guys and ladies use Amazon. They're dropping off the packages in front of the porches, the homes and things of that nature. Make sure you get a time stamp so you can have an exact time, at least around the time when you think they're going to drop it off, so you're there when they drop the package off. Because we have had people drop packages off and people stealing the packages off the porches. Okay, so make sure that's in your mind as well.
Any other questions as it relates to the holiday seasons? All right, guys, y'all be safe.
Have a good year.
Okay, next order of business is old business, Resolution 6, the Panini Press Resolution. Will the chief sponsor of this bill please come forward?
Hello. So basically, it's just the Panini Press things that we talked about last week. So it's just the idea to bring sandwiches to Cafe 1201, and Stephen already talked to the woman in charge, I guess, and she said that we could get sandwiches in Broderick instead of Cafe 1201. So I think we're moving more towards that. this is just a resolution to make that happen. So that's about it.
Are there any questions for the chief sponsor of this bill?
Thank you.
If there are no further questions, is there a motion on the floor at this time? Senator Gerber.
A motion to vote?
There's a motion on the floor to enter voting procedure. Is there a second? Is there any opposition? Okay, we are now in voting procedure. Get out your clickers. Let's see if this is going to work. You switch over to yeah.
Tell me that the channel's not open. Okay, hold on. Try it out. Yeah, it works. Thank you. Yep. And then vote. You should go. All right, yeah, you're good.
You guys are still sending messages. Okay, so with 11 yeas, 4 nays, and 2 abstains, this bill clearly passes. The next order of business is contingency 1. Will the chief sponsor of that bill please come forward? The contingency. Kyron.
It's not contingency one.
Because the other ones got like removed because they didn't need it, it's contingency 1 now. We went back to. Because they were never presented on the floor, so they just got.
All right, hello. The American Marketing Association requested funding for registration, transportation, and lodging for their conference in February. That's in Washington, D.C. And we are going to fund the price for registration, and we came up with an alternative for transportation, and instead of funding buses, they're going to be carpooling, so we're going to be funding gas as well. And
Can you scroll down?
And then I'm going to yield the floor to the representative from American Marketing Association so they can explain what the conference is.
Do I need to go up there? Hi everyone, sorry I have a really raspy voice right now. I'm fighting a really bad cold. But so actually we didn't apply for the February one. We applied for the one in April, which is in New Orleans. But yeah, I thought I had that on there. But yeah, so about the conference, we want to go to this conference because in years past, everybody's always talked about like, oh, we want to go to the conference, we want to go, but nobody's taken the initiative to kind of step forward and ask for the funding and ask for help because our funding is kind of limited currently. But like, what I see going to this conference is us gaining leadership abilities not only within the club but also like within ourselves and everything. And like I've gone to these conferences before for other organizations, and the networking and just different things that you learn from it help you in the classroom, and I think learning that will help branch out the American Marketing Association within the school and gain more people to join. Yeah. Do I need to go in like about the finances and stuff? I know. Okay. All right.
Are there any questions?
Yeah.
How many members do you have in your organization that's joining you on the trip?
Currently, we only have 3 signed up who would be going. It's me, our vice president, who will be taking over after me in the fall, and then our membership vice president.
Okay, so 3 members currently.
Correct.
Okay.
Point of order. This is the wrong contingency that's on the board right now. It's supposed to be the American marketing, and this is sports management.
That, no, that's.
Well, it says the sports management right there.
Yeah,
So.
and it says
Oh, look at it.
That's why we like.
Well, that's all.
There we go.
Okay, so the other one just mistitled then. This is the right. Yeah.
Yes.
This is it.
That's
Okay.
correct.
Oh, yeah.
The other one just has the same name.
So,
Whoever wrote it.
Much better. That makes a lot of sense.
Someone named it.
someone may have our checks and balances, right?
So what have you guys done like on your end, like fundraising wise, and like do you guys have specific reasons why you guys need both vice presidents at the conference?
So on our end right now, we are starting to get in contact with organizations like Buffalo Wild Wings and like other places around the community to help fundraise and stuff. And we're using some of our chapter funds to help pay for it a little bit, and then personal funds to pay for it. So we're just trying to get the funds in right now so that we can see. And as for the people going, we put 3 down just as like a tentative number, but we're thinking about dropping it down just to 2 people going on the trip, just because of how expensive it is and everything. But yeah.
Okay. Are there any further questions for the chief sponsor and the representative for the spot?
Thank you guys. Thank you.
Okay, if there are no further questions, is there a motion on the floor at this time? Yes, Senator Terry.
Motion to move this bill to resolution of second reading status.
So because we had the bill that changed like the way contingencies are, so we would just vote on it now.
Oh, sure. Motion to enter voting procedure.
There's a motion on the floor to enter voting procedure. Is there a second? Is there any opposition? We are now in voting procedure. I think we just did these out of order, guys. Okay, so with 9 yeas, 5 nays, and 2 abstains, this bill clearly passes. Okay, so now the next order of business is the sports management contingency, actually. So the chief sponsor of that bill, please come forward. So that's crazy. Okay.
Hey, friendly amendment to amend the title.
Yeah, we're making a friendly amendment.
The correct title instead of tabling it. Is that
Okay.
too much?
So this is the contingency that we're only funding for registration and gas for transportation.
This is contingency.
Yeah, this is the right contingency. Yeah, requesting funding for the conference at Washington, D.C. And I'm going to yield the floor to the representative from sports management so they can talk more about the conference.
Is there a representative from the sports management club here? No? Okay, because the representative is not here, this contingency dies. So that was confusing. Okay, the next order of business are the executive board reports.
I'm going to yield the first half of my report to Senator Osofeso.
Hello, everybody.
Hey.
Okay, so far for the elections, I have created the nominations application, and it opens at 12 a.m. on December 8th. for everyone to apply to nominate somebody. So if you're thinking of running or you think someone who's fit, who's eligible to run, go ahead and think of someone to nominate for Friday. Also, I am looking for members to join my committee and my commission. So the requirements for both are that you have to have a 2.5 GPA and you also have to be enrolled in at least 9 credit hours and 6 for graduate. So let me know if you guys are interested in joining. I can give you further details. And yeah, the nominations application, it closes on January 8th. And when it closes, the application to run for the candidate positions will open on January 8th as well. Yes?
How many nominations do each candidate need, and how many people can you nominate?
Oh, that's a good question. So I'm assuming since it wasn't in the bylaws, I'm going to be making that up. So I will have more details. I'll actually write up requirements and I'll have that before Friday. I'll post it to the group chat and post it on SGA. Right? Okay. Thank you. I didn't figure that. Anything else? Anyone? No? Okay, that's it.
Jordan, do you actually have a report?
Thank you. Hello everyone, how are you all doing? So for the first part of my report, Dining just want me to let you all know that on Friday at 10 p.m. in the Broderick Dining Commons, there will be a late night breakfast. This is open to the entire student body. It is free. The only thing that you will need in order to get in is your student ID. So you won't be required to use a meal swipe. If you're a commuter or an off-campus resident that just happens to be on campus, please stop by. And they are expecting last spring 2,000 people attended, so they're expecting near the same amount of people to show up for this one. Since Friday is the last day of classes, the office still will remain open for everyone to use during finals week. So if you want a nice quiet space, you feel free to come use my office or to use any part of the office to help you study as you prepare for finals. On Thursday, I will be presenting with Michelle and James to the Board of Visitors. And I will be presenting our resolution that we passed last week for minor call, and then we'll see where that goes after they vote on it on Thursday. I'm now in the process of conducting interviews for the Director of Public Relations and Recruitment. We had one interview yesterday, and the following 3 interviews will be later on this week. So I will let you guys know who I pick sometime next week during finals. I will also be following up with parking to let you all know whether or not they'll still be allowing free parking after 3:45 starting next week. So, thanks guys, and have a great rest of your break. Can you repeat the wait?
Repeat the last one.
Repeat
the last one.
I will be following up with parking to let you guys know whether or not parking starting on Saturday, I think, will be whether or not it will be free beside the library after 3:45. Wait, that's where I parked. So.
Thank you guys. All right, the next report is the Vice President's report.
So I just have 2 things, and that's don't forget to pay your deposit of $10 for the winter retreat by December 13th. And so Friday is the end of the semester banquet. So I'll send you guys a reminder like Thursday-ish with the time and location. And I hope you nominated people for the superlatives. And good luck in your finals.
And Mo does not have a report this week. Okay, so sorry for having my phone out in Senate, guys, but Ron texted his report to me. He's very sorry that he could not be here. He's feeling under the weather. So this is quoting Ron. I want to thank each person here for a great semester. When President Smith said this would be different, he delivered. We've accomplished so much for the student body already and worked to make the campus a better place for all students. That's what is most important, and I believe that we have done that more this year so far. That's not bad. Oof. Possibly more than the last few sessions combined. I couldn't be more proud of all of you. Thank you for an awesome fall, and I look forward to an even better spring. Chief Justice Rugg. My report. Okay, so, all right, so my report this week. So reminding everybody that has not gotten their polo, come back to the office with me after the meeting so I can get everybody their polo, because like I want to start making the last Tuesday of the month like polo day again, like we did last year. Okay, so the fun fact of the week is to appeal a decision of the speaker. So like if I make a decision, you guys are like, I don't like that call at first, then you can repeal my decision. Yeah, but that decision has to be made like before the next order of business happens. So like, if I make a call on like a contingency, then before like the next bill comes up, you guys have to be like, no. And it has to be like the majority has to like on board with it. And then the other thing is the Senator of the Month. So this individual has done a fantastic job this entire semester. She's really stepped up to the plate. She took on a position as a committee chair. I mean, she's really just fully done the job of a senator, and I'm sad to see that she's graduating, but Chelsea Johnson, congratulations.
Oh gosh.
Okay, and that's it for my report. Do you want to do a report this week?
Oh, I do. Hey guys.
Hey, how are you doing?
Got it. Just one thing. The legislation workshop that I've been talking about forever is going to be not the week after we get back from winter break. And I'm talking with Chief Justice Rugg to get y'all some food because I know y'all want to learn and eat at the same time. So I'm going to send out a doodle. I'm going to try by the end of this week, if not early next week, because this week is my finals week. So be on the lookout for that, and please, please, please fill it out because I want to make sure as many people as possible can attend. That's all, and good luck on your finals.
No report.
No, okay. Next up for me. Julian, do you report this week?
Good luck on your exams. Don't stress out.
Okay.
We
already know we got
Okay. Exam jam will be tomorrow at 5:30. So after you leave, send it today. Tell 5 people about it for me, please. And could you pull up the pictures, Tyler? Yep. So one of the things I've been working on this semester is increasing the amount of study spaces we offer here on campus. So there are 2 vacant offices where the help desk used to be at. So I'm working with Kathy Wynn. We're going to turn that into a study space. So can you turn to the next picture? This is how it looks on the outside. This is how it looks on the inside. She's giving me entire leeway on how to draft this room. So if you have any suggestions, any furniture you want to see put in, let me know so I can have it for her by the start of our first meeting next year. And I would also just like to send a special shout out to my committee chair, Chelsea Johnson. Thank you for all your hard work this semester. With your help, we approved over 50 student organizations, redrafted and redid the whole entire exam jam event. And we talked about serious academic issues impacting students today. So I just want to thank you for being a phenomenal committee chair and an awesome friend. So thank you.
Okay, and the next report. Rafi, do you report this week?
Hey guys, so I wanted to go through the contingency allocations that we've had this semester. So we've had 5 contingencies that have been approved. Well, if you add American Marketing Association today, that's 6. And then the rest have been denied. Sickle Cell Awareness Club, it's been pending because they have not gotten back to me about their price code and some other changes, so that's on hold for now. As you can see, it's been approved so far in the green. And what's left is $712.76 for this semester. And this will be added, rolled over to next semester's budget, which is $2,500. And yeah, this is just a thing of where all the money has gone to. As you can see, these are the 5 contingencies, and then 29% is what's unspent. And then, does anyone have any questions about the contingencies? Before I move on? Okay. So December 17th after exams, that's a Sunday. If any of you guys are free and would like to be part of the budget consultation video, please see me or Kyron after Senate. And then, again, the 50% rule deadline is this Friday. So if you're part of an organization, make sure you complete the form. And that's it. Does anyone have any questions for me? Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Kathy. And the next report. Do you have one? Yeah, I do. Okay. How's everyone doing? Good. All right. Hope everyone's hanging in there. I'm doing fantastic, by the way. Throw that out there, but I'm sorry. Okay, so I got a date back for GA Day. It's going to be January 25th. So mark your calendars. That is a Thursday, January 25th. I want to get us like pullovers and with their ODU emblem on the pullovers. I'm going to pass around a sheet, and I want you guys to write your name and what size. Being that it's like a pullover sweater, you might want to maybe go up a size. Some people, like to get a larger size. So just mark that on there. I'm going to send it this way. Here you go. And
just if you're going, that's it, right?
Oh yes, just if you're going for. Oh, sorry.
I'm gonna need my pen back. Just saying. Don't take it out.
This is just if you're planning on going to GA Day. We're only taking 30 students this year, only because in the past students will sort of sign up and they'll sort of drop off. So just to make this trip the most efficient as possible, only write your name if you're definitely positively 90% sure that you're going to go. We're going to Richmond for the day. We'll be leaving in the morning. We'll be back, in the middle of the afternoon. It won't be too late. And so we're going to Richmond to sort of lobby on behalf of ODU, to keep tuition rates down and different things like that. I plan on also having an interest meeting when we get back in January to talk even more about GA Day. But feel free to come up to me if you have any questions.
Is there a date set for GA Day?
Yeah, January 25th. January 25th, thank you. Wow. Where did you report this meeting?
So we know who doesn't listen to instructions. There you go. Tyler, can you pull it up for me? Oh, you already did. Just so smart. Okay, so this is a newsletter for December. If you scroll down, you can see some of it. So some of them are make sure to lock up when you're leaving your house. You don't want your presents to go missing. Be sure to unplug your holiday lights when you leave your house. So there's different things for the holiday. There's 10 facts. Again, I created it myself, so if you don't like it, well, that's just too bad. And then the only other thing I have is after this, there's a holiday party for off-campus students. There's going to be free food. It's literally right there, so instead of walking to Chick-fil-A, you can just walk into the executive dining room. Awesome. Good luck on finals, and enjoy the holiday.
Okay, Steven, do you report this week?
Yes. Hello everybody. So instead of my committee meeting today right after Senate, tomorrow we have a walk that we're going to be doing with facilities management to kind of go over the locations we had talked about for banners on campus. So we'll be doing that tomorrow. And then we'll be going to exam jam afterwards. So if you were planning on coming to our committee today, we're not having it. And that's it.
Thank you, Steven. Just press that report this week. Okay. Advisors, anybody else?
was gonna let you close.
Greetings from LSI. Get my orientation together. Okay, a couple of quick announcements that I want to bring to your attention. So we have, greetings from LSI. Monarch Leaders Retreat will be taking place on January 5th and 6th of 2018. We encourage all organizations to send at least 2 representatives, so I hope that SGA plans to have representation there. It is an overnight retreat, an opportunity for you all to really build your leadership skills and to engage with other organizations across campus. The deadline to register is December 9th, so if anybody is interested in attending, please do so on Monarch Link by December 9th. Then you have Monarch Dining. So we already talked about the late night breakfast, but there are opportunities to help serve, and they're calling it the Fun Team opportunity. There are 2 opportunities. One is from 8:30 p.m. to midnight, and the other is 9 p.m. to 12:30. You will be asked to help serve food, to bus tables. Each fun team will receive either $250 in flex points, or a check will be made payable to your ODU organizational account. So if you're interested in serving in one of those capacities, then you'll just contact Chris Sevilla in Monarch Dining. And again, that date is Friday, December 8th. First opportunity is 8:30 to midnight, and the second one is 9 to 12:30. So with $250 in flex points, I think that's pretty awesome, right? Especially for somebody that doesn't receive flex points. And then the last one is the registration is now open for the Spring Involvement Fair. It'll take place January 16th and 18th in North South Mall and the front lobby. You can only reserve for one date, not both, just one. So if SGA is interested in participating, then the form is live. And this may or may not be the last time that we see each other in this capacity. So I look forward to hearing all the great things that you all do next semester. I'm hoping to see you next semester, at least for the first 2 meetings, possibly. But if not, good luck over break. Have fun, be safe. Travel, look out for each other, and I'll see you at the end of next spring.
How's it going, everybody? Hey. So, as we move towards the end of the semester, a couple things to keep in mind. In my former life, I was a teacher. Let me tell you that the last impression that you leave with somebody goes a long way. So if you haven't been going to class as much as you should have been, if you haven't been doing those little ticky-tacky things that make up that class participation, do them now. That is what the teacher will remember. Not saying that the rest of the semester doesn't matter, but this matters a lot too. A lot of people's grades aren't set in stone yet, and that means a lot going forward if you really kick it into gear for the last couple weeks here. Also, as we move towards the end of the year, think of this as an opportunity for you to reflect on what you've accomplished this year. We talked a little bit about in exec last week, looking back and seeing what you accomplished that you set out to do, what you didn't, and what you're looking to do moving forward. Actually make it a valuable exercise for yourself. Obviously you hear this spiel a million times, but set aside 20 minutes, think about what you've done, what you'd like to do next year, all that good self-reflection, big picture stuff, and yeah. Good luck on your exams. Keep on keeping on.
Okay, reserve seat reports. Any reserve seat have reports? Yes, comment.
I'd just like to say that tonight IFC is holding our election, so most likely this is my last SGA meeting as the reserve seat for IFC. I just want to say thank you to everybody, for all the experiences. It was fun being here for a year. I'll still see most of y'all from time to time, so again, thank you.
You can be a senator anyway.
Yeah, hey. As a senator.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Any more reserve seat reports this week? Yes, Chelsea.
This is going to be my last Senate meeting of the semester. I'm graduating this year.
That's not.
It is.
I just want to thank all the people that I've met. It's been an awesome experience. And can I introduce like a new transfer? We have the new transfer reserve seat, Ashley, if you want to stand up. And she will be with you guys next semester.
Anymore? You guys good? Are you good, Will?
Yeah.
Next up on, I think it's public comments, announcements. Are there any public comments or announcements?
Hi.
Yes. You're gonna come here.
Thank you. So, for those who don't know me, my name is Ivan Trent. I used to be SGA Senator. I've been SLC representative of Virginia 21, as well as helping out the NATO Innovation Hub. I've been here for like about 8 years, I believe, like 6 actually. But the point is that I want to bring up concerns. Starting last year, I tried to run for SGA, and I was basically, as president, I was basically denied. The reason why I'm concerned is I have my bachelor's degree in political science, and I have the ability to basically articulate myself as well as be really organized and champion issues. Doesn't matter how you feel about me, that's a separate issue. But me being qualified, I am. But more importantly, what's more concerning is it doesn't just affect me, it affected other people as well. And the reason why I bring this up is that Article 5, Section 4, the requirement to run. Nowhere does it state that you have to be in Senate or there's a certain requirement, but it's different than the bylaws that you all passed. The way that the bylaws operate, okay, is that they're supposed to supplement what's in the Constitution, not to replace what's inside it. They're also supposed to supplement how rules are supposed to determine how to carry out those procedures. But the Constitution is very clear on what is acceptable and what isn't acceptable. The reason why I bring this up is because it wasn't just me that was affected, but other people in the executive board last year that was not able to run. The concern that I have is that I talked to Professor Mitchell. Does anyone here know who Professor Mitchell is? She teaches law classes here under the political science department and got her Juris Doctor from the College of William and Mary. She believes because the way that the Student Government Association is operated under 3 premises, faculty and staff, the Board of Visitors, and the students. The Board of Visitors, because it's attached to the Board of Visitors, it makes it a public organization right from the start. What you have on your Constitution is what you need to abide by. The Constitution hasn't been amended since 2009. That's a long time, okay? The concern that I'm trying to say is that there's parts in the Constitution like Article 5, Section 10, replacement of senators, having substitute senators while you get new senators to resign or have vacant spots. There's a lot of things in here that need to be amended. And my concern is that no one's really looking at the Constitution to amend it. And it's a very big thing to go and look to amend. I believe that, all the stuff that you've done is phenomenal. Much more organized, very clear cut to the chase, to the point. You all have read, you've all done your homework. The stuff that I was really critical of years ago when I was a senator has mostly been addressed. But I do have an issue with the Constitution not being adhered to. And I think that it's fair for us, as a student body, all students are part of student government, but not everyone's a senator or in a committee. I think to have the due diligence to look at the Constitution and revise it and amend it, because there's 2 methods to amend it, would be beneficial for the entire Senate, as well as show not only the university, but really ourselves where we want to go from 5 years to 10 years. Because look, this thing without 10 years without being amended, has done significant, progress. But there's certain things in it, like Christopher Neditri, who I really respect. There's a term limit in Article 5, Section 2, that you can only run one time in an elected position or an appointed position. So these are the kinds of things that I would like to address, that I would like to, to bring forth to you all, to see if you are willing to discuss this and amend it. Again, you don't have to like me, that's not the point. The point is, I think that we should go and look at this seriously. That's all.
Great. Are there any more public comments or announcements at this time?
Madam Speaker, point of personal privilege.
Yes.
Well, after reviewing the bylaws, I have decided I will also include this in an email and also in the announcements, but for the nominations, it's basically the people who are the most nominated will be the ones that are selected, which means that you can nominate somebody as much or as often as you want. To answer your question.
Wait. So like
say if like 10 people nominate one person, they will be like, rather than like one person nominating another person, that person who gets nominated the most, those will be the selected ones that we will email and see if they accept it or not. That's what it says in the bylaws, the ones that are the most nominated.
But everyone can only have one nomination, right?
So
I can't nominate Chris twice for the same day. I can only nominate him once.
No, I think she's saying like, are you like trying to say like between
Get the
me and
most
Kyron, like if one of us was running for like president, for instance, and like Kyron got 5 and I got like 3, and Tariq got like 1, that means that you would only email me and Kyron opposed to him because
yeah, in the bylaws it says to email the.
So how many people are allowed to run per position then?
It's 3.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we're selecting a certain amount, but as far as like the nomination application, anyone can nominate someone, and like depending on how much it. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? Or?
So you're saying that it's solely about how many people nominate you. That determines whether or not you can email.
So kind of like how we do like the blind, like how you got picked for this position, like that's the same kind of thing. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what it says in the bylaws.
That makes sense.
Oh,
We gotta go.
Okay.
And one more question. Can you be nominated for, I think you were trying to touch on this, for more than one position?
So for that one,
We're deliberating.
Okay, that one, that's a good question too. But yeah, if you guys have any more like questions and stuff, definitely like let me know because that can definitely,
Thank you. Are there any more public comments or announcements at this time? Yes. Director Griley.
Exam jams at 5:30.
That's not.
That's not a public comment.
Exam jams at 5:30. I was forced to say that.
You don't want to.
Any more public comments or announcements? No more comments. Okay. So today we have the adoption of the agenda, followed by the adoption of the previous minutes, followed by quorum, which we met at 16, followed by the ODUPD report, followed by old business, resolution 6, the Panini Press resolution, followed by new business, contingency 1, the sports management contingency, which died because the representative was not here, and contingency 2, the American market contingency, which was passed, followed by the executive board reports, followed by the advisors report, followed by the reserve seat report, public comments, announcements, and is there a motion on the floor this time? Yes, Senator.
I move that we adjourn.
The motion on the floor to adjourn, is there a second? Any opposition? All right, have a safe break, guys.